أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله فمن حج البيت أو اعتمر فلا جناح عليه أن يطوف بهما ومن تطوع خيرا فإن الله شاكر عليم. Indeed, Safa and Marwa are among the symbols of Allah. So whoever makes Hajj to the house or performs Umrah, there is no blame upon him for walking between them. And whoever volunteers good, then indeed Allah is appreciative in knowing.
Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. فكنا قد انتهينا إلى هذه الآية قوله سبحانه وتعالى بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة وأولئك هم المهتدون. Last week we completed the ayah, or we stopped at this ayah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained about the trials, the masa'ib, the tests, and He told us the people who will benefit from the trials. People who will benefit from the trials. He said those are the ones that when they are being tested, they go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala until they say it before they even utter it with their tongues. It's already inside them. They accepted that they belong to Allah and they return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whatever happens within the knowledge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah praised them. أولئك عليهم صلوات من ربهم ورحمة وأولئك هم المهتدون. Those are the ones that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will praise, which means Allah will pray upon them, and Allah's mercy will also descend upon those people. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide them. Allah will guide them. Today we have the new ayah, which is إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله. Habibi, okay. We have a lot of sweets here. Can we get one? Put it in a.
Hajj, I'll eat it for you. Okay.
Yes, please. Take it to Amr. Go to Abdullah. He put it in a plate for me. Abdullah, na'am. Thank you, Habibi. Jazakallah khair. Inna as-safa wal-marwata min sha'airillah. It came in the middle of all these things. Inna as-safa wal-marwata min sha'airillah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Safa and Marwa are among the symbols of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Which means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala assigned us to do certain rituals into those things, into those locations, within those two locations. What is the story behind As-Safa and Al-Marwa? The story behind Safa and Marwa need to be known. We need to know the story behind Safa and Marwa. The story started with Ibrahim alayhi as-salam. When he dropped his wife and his child Ismail in Mecca. When he dropped his wife Hajar and his son Ismail in Mecca. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala narrated to us how that happened. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said how that happened. Allah said in the Quran, Ibrahim alayhi salam, he said, O Allah, إني أسكنت من ذريتي بواد غير ذي زرع. He said, O Allah, when he taught them, already he said, O Allah, إني أسكنت, I dropped my wife and my son in a place that is dry. In a place that is dry. غير ذي زرع. إذا قلت غير ذي زرع فقل غير ذي ماء. If you say this place is not good for farming, just say it's dry. It has no water. لأن الماء هو الذي يبقي الحياة. صح? The origin of what keeps the life, the movement of this life, trees, people, birds, animals, is the water. You came back. ما شاء الله حبيبي جزاك الله خير. لكن هذا نحن نأخذه مع الشاي. إن لم يأتي الشاي والله لا. نعم لا أقول شيء حتى النهاية إلا مرة شيء. فسأقول ما سأقوله. نعم. We said, Ibrahim said, Allah, I place my wife and my son in a place that is not good for farming, which ultimately means no water. And water is what keeps the life, the movement of the life. No water, no life. So you understand exactly the exact meaning of what Ibrahim said, which means that they are going to die. They are going to die because there is nothing that can keep them alive. There's nothing that can keep them alive because of the only thing that can keep them to keep moving is the water, and it's not there. So Ibrahim alayhi salam is expressing the danger of these two people. Their life is in danger. Their life is in danger because they don't have the element that keeps the people alive, which is al-ma. بواد غير ذي زرع أي غير ذي ماء عند بيتك المحرم, next to your house. Al-Muharram, which is the Kaaba. There was nothing there, but Ibrahim knew that were the houses, but it's dry. He said, now Ibrahim, he is a very good negotiator. He's a very good negotiator, and he knew how to. He put his finger on the right dot. He said, Rabbana, because here he knows that his family is in danger. And he is reminding, Allah doesn't forget, but he is expressing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by mentioning what Allah loves the most, which is as-salah. He said, Rabbana liyuqimu as-salah. You see a tawassul. ربنا ليقيموا الصلاة. يقول الله سبحانه وتعالى الله نجبت إلى هذا المكان عشان يقيموا الصلاة. Allah brought them here so they can perform the salah. So if they are performing the salah and it's the most beloved to you, take care of them. Take care of them. So this is الثناء على الله سبحانه وتعالى. Take care of them. ربنا ليقيموا الصلاة. Then he made, you see Ibrahim how he make a dua. He's a professional dua maker. He said, فَجْعَلْ أَفْئِدَةً مِّنَ النَّاسِ تَهْوِي إِلَيْهِمْ فَجْعَلْ أَفْئِدَةً مِّنَ النَّاسِ تَهْوِي إِلَيْهِمْ. Because الإنسان علاجه الإنسان. الإنسان علاجه الإنسان. إذا أردت أن تعذب إنسانا فخلي فريقه. The cure of a human being is a human being. If you want to punish a human being, keep them away from your people. They can pretend they're okay, but that's a punishment for them. That's why Ibrahim started with, when he said, رَبَّنَا لِيُقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ فَجْعَلْ. Loneliness is not good. Loneliness is bad. فَجْعَلْ أَفْئِدَةً مِّنَ النَّاسِ تَهْوِي إِلَيْهِمْ. He did not start with a provision because they won't eat or drink the people. They will not. But that will at least make them happy. فَجْعَلْ أَفْئِدَةً مِّنَ النَّاسِ تَهْوِي إِلَيْهِمْ. Let people come to them. The groups of people come, move out to them. وَارْزُقْهُم مِّنَ الثَّمَرَاتِ. Then provide for them. Here, when he did that, he dropped them in Mecca. No one was there. And he left. And Hajar talked to Ibrahim. All the way to traveling, Ibrahim did not tell Hajar where we're going and how we're going to stay there. Now when he dropped them, bye-bye. And she said, are you going to leave us here alone? He did not say anything. He did not reply to him. Then she said, أَاللَّهُ أَمَرَكَ بِهَذَا. Is Allah who commanded you to do this? He said yes. He said yes. She said, if that was from you, I will question it, because I know that لَا تَضُرُّ وَتَنْفَعُ. You cannot benefit and you cannot harm. You cannot even protect me. But if this comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُضَيِّعُنَا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not neglect us. He will take care of us. That's it. Never complain. Never complain. Imagine, that's it. And Ibrahim left. That's the reason why, if you haven't been to Safa and Marwa, or if you have been to Safa and Marwa and you don't notice, you must notice that it's going to be very shameful if you walk between Safa and Marwa and complain. Very, very shameful on a person who will walk between Safa and Marwa and complain, because they don't know the nature of the initiation of this place. Then Hajar, imagine Hajar, they have a little water. That's it, little water. They use the water is gone. Ibrahim left. She has a baby. Now, she has to do something, which is sacrifice, which is Al-Akhdhu bil-Asbab. Al-Akhdhu bil-Asbab. To take the means. You cannot just say, she told Ibrahim, Allah will take care of us. Then she sat down and said, everything is going to be alright, because it is Allah. So here we learn something very important, which is taking the asbab. What she did, she put the child where the house, where my Zamzam is now, close to the Kaaba, right? And then she started taking the asbab. Taking the asbab. Movements, seeking water. And her focus was, if I see the birds dropping somewhere, that is a sign of water. There's a sign of water. Or if I can climb to the mountain, see farther, that means that I can see water. So she used her mind, and she used also her body physically to move from place to place. What she did, she took They came to this place and started moving from Safa. So, Wadi between Safa and Marwa is a valley between Safa and Marwa. It was two mountains that are like this, facing each other. And there was a valley between the mountains, which is a wadi. What happens? She will climb on Safa first. She will look to Marwa. She will think that there's water there because she may see birds dropping there. Or she will see the saram, the mirage. And then she will think that there's a water there. And then she will run. She will run to the next mountain for two reasons. To get the water quick, also to be on top and watch the kid at the same time. And watch the kid at the same time. Because on top of the mountains, if anything there is danger towards the kid, she can see it and she can run. She did that. So this is taking the means. This is a real believer. She ran back and forth 7 times. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing her. You know what she said in the beginning? Allah will take care of her. What she said, right? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, if this is just a statement or it's real. She ran back and forth 7 times. Also, we learn one lesson that we all should learn. Taking the means doesn't determine the result. Doing the means perfectly does not determine the coming of the result. The actions, one natija and the result, they are two different things that have nothing to do to each other. That's it. Somebody may work, and they still poor. And they say, I work. Not your work that is bringing your provision. But you are commanded to keep working. Who brings it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the greatest lesson we need today. So we don't blame the nature. We don't blame how things operate, how things move. We have to understand that whatever happens comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but that does not seize our ability to take their asbab. She went back and forth. Now, a woman in her age, being lonely, not having anything to drink, worrying for her child, did everything, exhausted, did everything, did so many attempts, and now she run out of everything. Her thoughts, physically she's exhausted, and that's it. And now she is going back to the child that she has nothing to offer. Empty-handed. All her efforts, all attempts are ended. Now she's going to the child. Imagine the feeling. Imagine the efforts. Imagine how the heart is going to feel. That is the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept a legacy for her till the day of judgment. No woman will do this. No woman will do this. And a tear didn't come out of her eyes. She went back. So Allah is teaching her that you have completed your sign. You accepted, you did effort, you are pain, having a pain, you are worried, you have sadness, but you have nothing bad to say. And now you are going, what are you going to tell your child? What are you going to offer? How are you going to look at your child dying? She went, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we know naturally a child in our life, a child cannot dig a well. A child, a baby, cannot be a reason for the water to come. It's out of nature, right? She came, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told her that you took the asbab, but أنا المسبب. You took the means, but I am the one who brings the result. Come back and see what I have done for you. What I have done for you. So now, you understood the heart of that poor lady. The efforts, the sadness, the exhaustion of that lady. Now compare that with the result, the excitement that she will have in seeing that. If you don't know the other side, you will know the value of what she found. You will know the value of what she found, which was the only thing that she wanted. The only reason she was running back and forth between those two mountains, which is a drop of water. And she came, the water was running from her son's, legs, and it will not stop. It will not stop. That's exciting. That is very, very exciting. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He brought the result without effort, out of nature. And this lady also took all the means, all the asbab, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthened her iman to show her that what you said was real into you, that Allah will take care of you, but that was not a reason for you to be lazy, not to take the means. Wallahi la ilaha illa hu. If anyone determines their life like this, سوف يأتيه الله سبحانه وتعالى من حيث لا يحتسب. Allah will come to you in a place that you are not expecting anyhow. But because of you initiated that, you have that into you, Allah will take care of you. But if something hits you, you don't hurt miles away from Allah, you want to come back. No, Allah will just leave you alone. Then, هذه القصة نستفيد من قوة التعلق بالله سبحانه وتعالى. وكذلك الأخذ بالأسباب كاملة. We can see the power of the iman, and also taking the complete means of doing something. But taking those means also, does your work, whatever you do, does not bring the result to you. It's only Allah can bring the result to you. There's a difference between us and others. They depend on their knowledge. They depend on whatever they do. But us, we only depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but at the same time there too. We take the means and we depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the result will not come if Allah did not bring it to us. She came and she saw it. She was happy, she was excited, and the dua started coming, Ibrahim's dua started coming one after another. Ibrahim did not say, Allah bring rain to them, but he said, bring fruits to them. Where fruit come from? No rain, no fruits. Right? No farming because there's no water. Right? If you have all of it also, you need people. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala drove the whole entire clan to come, and they were also running after water. They were travelers, all they see is water. They said, this is weird. Birds dropping here? No. This dry place, we're just passing by. And one went and saw just water, just pure water. It was not a man-made well. It was God-made well. Zamzam. And then they said, that's it. We will stay. We will buy our land here. We will never move. Because it wasn't easy. The water will come today, tomorrow is trying to travel again. And they came. Johom, and they stayed. So this is the story of Safa and Marwa. So when you run between Safa and Marwa, which is now, you can see a mountain, you see AC, you see fans, you see. So this is just. But now, why Allah is telling us this? Okay, Allah is a story, we know it, you guys. So why are you telling us that We know Allah, inna safa al-marwa min sha'airillah, is one of the symbols of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, kaman hajj al-bayta, because we know that Allah put them as a symbol, and also He connects a certain ibadah with Safa and Marwa to honor Hajar and to keep that legacy for her ila qiyam as-sa'ah. Whoever comes after her, you will do exactly what she did to honor her. That is, if Allah pays you, if Allah, we don't want to say pays you, but if Allah rewards you, you get it. If Allah rewards you, you get it. Anyone who rewards you, they will reward you tomorrow and they blame you tomorrow. They reward you today, they blame you tomorrow. But if Allah rewards you, He keeps a legacy for you. He keeps a legacy for you. And He's honored with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What happened? Time went. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Ibrahim, you come back, you build the Kaaba, call people for Hajj. One of the manasik of the Hajj is to run between Safa and Marwa. Oh, Ibrahim, you want this? I said, because of Hajar, you Ibrahim do it. And everybody will do it. And the Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did it. All the Prophet, Ibrahim, Musa, all did it. And we are doing it. And people will be doing it to the day of judgment. For the remembrance and the honor of Sayyidatuna Hajar alayhi salam. Right? Now, time went. Time started eating, moving, the clock started going fast, till something happened. Something happened in Mecca. Bad thing happened in Mecca. Very bad. Really, really, really bad happened in Mecca. The bad thing that happened in Mecca was they changed Ibrahim's religion. They changed Ibrahim's religion. This place that is pure, we know the history, the beginning of it, they started disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this place. They started not just disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but worshipping idols other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what time brought to them. This is what time brought to Mecca people. And they started drawing idols and establishing it in Mecca. Established in Mecca. But there are 300 and something idols in Mecca, right? And Allah didn't mention that those are not idols. But He said, hey, Safa and Marwa, min sha'airillah. They are only the symbol of Allah. It's as if somebody is questioning the symbolicity of the Safa and Marwa, right? It's as if somebody is questioning what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. They are. And whoever goes for Hajj or Umrah, they should run between Safa and Marwa. What happened? Something must happen. What happened? What happened is they brought idols in Mecca. Everywhere idols. In Mecca. When they had 300 and something. I don't know the exact number. It's more than 300 or something. And then people started disobeying Allah close to the Haram. And one day, these two people, they came and they committed zina in the Haram, in the Kaaba. And their name is Isaf and Na'ila. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just demolished them, turned them to a stone, both of them. And the Quraysh, they took those people out, they established them close to those two stones that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those two people are transformed to stone, they established them next to the Kaaba. They said so people can take a lesson that no one should disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Kaaba. That's it. Whenever they come there, they take a lesson. Of course, no one will disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Kaaba. Time came again, took from them to a point that they said, let's take them away. They took them away. They put Isaf in Safa and they put Na'ila in Marwa. They put Isaf in Safa and they put Na'ila in Marwa. Time went, then they have to run Safa and Marwa. Time went to a point that when they run between Safa and Marwa, they are not focusing on Safa and Marwa anymore. They start focusing on Isaf and Naila. Time went past, they put a condition that whoever is making Safa and Marwa, they have to touch Isaf, they have to touch Isaf in Safa, and they have to put Naila in Makkah. You see? Our man today go to Makkah and say, we'll do something terrible. This reminds you of this. These are touching. So these people, they were supposed to be Ibrah. They were supposed to be discussed. But now they start putting it into worship. It went. If you don't touch Isaf and Naila, you Safa and Marwa, it will into the Jahiliyyah. It become Taqdees. Some was put in evil. Now they started doing it as a ritual. The Prophet came. We know that he migrated. The Sahaba, some of the Sahaba, they went for Umrah. They could not run between Safa and Marwa. They have something in their heart because they Iman. Safa and Marwa was ibadah. But to them, they know what exactly happened. They have a problem running between Safa and Marwa. And that becomes very heavy on them. Allah revealed this ayah. Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'airillah. You cannot remove it from the symbols of Allah, regardless of what they do. You are running between Safa and Marwa. You are not running between Isaf and Naila. There's origin there. So the whatever came, dakhil la ya'khudh al-asl. Whatever came cannot seize the origin. That's it. You put into your mind that there is no Isaf, there is no Naila. We are not Naila. We are not running between Safa and Marwa because of Naila or Isaf. We are running between Safa and Marwa because it's part of the symbols of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's it. Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'airillah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will purify what the Sahaba have in their heart, the trouble that they have performing the sa'i between Safa and Marwa. And Isaf and Naila, Aisha, he said, يعني كان يحكى لنا. Ibn Kathir, he brought this hikayah in his book, the Qissa of Isa and Naila. So the point here is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he revealed the ayah to fix something. To fix something the Sahaba have, that you are going to do Safa and Marwa. If you go to Hajj or Umrah because of the origin of that, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we don't want to say it's cost to mention Naila and Isaf, but because these people they are worth even to mention in the Quran, but He told us subhanahu wa ta'ala, Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'airillah. So there are two mountains that are opposite each other, that they have a valley between them, and the distances I don't know exactly, but for those who visited it, you may not have the chance to see the picture of the mountain now. And for those who didn't visit, inshallah, if you're hearing it today, whenever you go, you know what happens? It becomes ilm al-yaqeen. Ilm al-yaqeen. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين. علم اليقين happens in this dunya also. You hear in the Safa Allah every Ramadan at least. Even if every Ramadan you hear Inna Safa wal Marwata min sha'airillah. You have a TV, you have a radio, you hear that. But if you don't have the chance to witness it, whenever you go, that become ilm al-yaqeen. And everybody should have that dream that I want to have that ilm al-yaqeen by seeing Safa and Marwa, where Hajar used to run between Safa and Marwa and the whole entire thing. If you know it, you go, you enjoy doing it. Because even if you are limping, you know that somebody who was weaker than you have done it. And you are not worried, you are not hungry. The water is next to you everywhere. Everything is okay with you. So you should not be complaining. You should not be You shouldn't have done that. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, so here, He said, فَمَنْ حَجَّ الْبَيْتَ أَوْ اعْتَمَرَ فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْهِ أَنْ يَطَّوَّفَ بِهِمَا. So it's not, he will be blamed. He will not be blamed. So the blame comes from the Quraysh, come from whatever. He said they will be blamed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala if they are between Safa and Marwa. And the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, he did. He said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ قَدْ كَتَبَ عَلَيْكُمُ السَّعْيَ فَسَعُوا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prescribed sa'i, which is between Safa and Marwa, then run between Safa and Marwa. Now we have mas'ala fiqhiyya here. Mas'ala fiqhiyya here. Safa and Marwa is part of the Hajj, but in which rank? You know, is it a rukun or a wajib or a mustahab or whatever, right? So the ulama, they have differences here. Because if it is a rukun, if you don't bring it, you cannot make jabr, you cannot fix it with dam, you cannot fix it with the hajj, with slaughter in Makkah, you cannot do that. It's gone, your hajj is gone till next year. Just if you miss a rukun. Be careful if you go to Makkah if you're a Shafi'i. Be warned if you go to Makkah if you're a Shafi'i, if you miss Safa and Marwa, it's a rukun, you're not a Shafi'i. Be very careful. If you're a Shafi'i, if you go to the Hajj, Safa and Marwa is a rukun fil madhabi. Bil-ittifaq. That's it. If you don't do it, you cannot slaughter to fix it. You have to go back, buy another package, and go to the Hajj. And guess what? The packages are expensive nowadays. I have one. Yes. So if you go, be careful. You have to rest on Marwa. But subhanAllah, Imam Malik, Imam Ahmad, they said no, it's wajib. Imam Ahmad, they say it's wajib. Wajib means in the Hajj, if you don't do it, you can fix it by doing the Hajj. By doing the fidya. So the Hajj is the Eid, the fidya, which is slaughter animal and give it to the Fuqara of Makkah. Nowadays it's so easy, you don't have to go slaughter. Just go to the bank, Assalamu alaikum, can I buy hadi? You give them the money, they give you the ticket, they take care of it. If you don't go to Jannah, I think we made a big mistake. So easy. You don't have to go and buy that money, just go to the bank, AC, you tell them Assalamu alaikum hadi. You give them the money, they give you the ticket, they send the people, do the hadi for them. So simple.
How do I have to?
Yeah, they will do. They will do.
But that's okay, right?
There's no way out of it. It has to be okay. If it isn't okay, then it's bad.
Well, if I go to the market, I can get it.
Alam? Where? In Makkah, where? Where are you going to buy it? Huh? No. No, you can't get it.
No market there?
There's market, but yeah, it's going to take you like all day and night, or 2 days, just to get the lamb. Who's going to slaughter it? We're going to slaughter it.
Like in Sharia, it's good.
Yes, this is good. This is good. Yes, no. Actually, it's a fidya. When you buy it, then you did your fidya because they are going to do it.
Okay.
They are going to do a fidya. You don't have to worry about it. You get a ticket, you're good.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Easier.
Not easy, it's good. It's good. Not just good, but it's legal. So you don't have to, if I'm really going to have a question, I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you that. So these are good because ما خير صلى الله عليه وسلم بين أمرين إلا اختار أيسرها. The Prophet was never given choice to choose which one, except he will choose the easier one. Except there's a principle we use here. Except he will choose the easier one. And you go all the way to Baqarah, or Kada, you want to buy a lamb. You take it all the way to Mina, and you want to slaughter it. Actually, you won't come. Maybe you and the lamb will die there.
You like for the left.
I'm just saying that it's bad to do it, but then why? If we have an easier way, that they have employees, that they do everything, actually, you are not paying any fee. You're just buying the lamb as it is. That's it. You go. Actually, it's cheaper than here because of this. About like, the last time is about $375 for $100. And lamb today, can you have $100 lamb?
No.
In America, no. So you go there, you buy. They have employees. They have mazbaha. They have take care of it. And actually, even if you slaughter it, how are you going to take care of the meat? You cannot eat it. You cannot cook it. You can't take it to your hotel. You're gonna dump it, and they're gonna stink there. No one's gonna benefit from it. So then, I'm convinced. Are you convinced?
Yeah, that's legal.
No, there's no way out of it. Actually, it has to be legal. It has to be legal. لا بد أن يكون مقبول وإلا كارثة. It has to be.
It's 3 million people at the same time.
Yeah, it cannot.
Everyone wants to slaughter his own.
Then they will come back all the
Disease
disease.
and
Yes.
hygiene.
Yes. So they have their maslaha is far. The maslaha, the way they allow to slaughter is far. So this is what you're gonna do, and then you are good. You're good. So if you're Shafi'i, you will not slaughter anyways. You miss it, you come back, you just make it ziyarah, but you have no hajj. But if you're Maliki and Hanbali, I have to. But the madhahibs, right? Yeah, I have to go with madhahib. If you're Maliki or Hanbali, then they say it's wajib. And wajib means, that's it. You fix it with the fidya. If you're Hanafi, he said it's mustahab in the Hanafi. It's mustahab, you're good. It's mustahab. If you don't do it, you still come home with your hajj.
If I go Makkah, I don't have no reason to miss Safa.
Yeah, me too. But I'm obligated to do it. Me too, I will not. I will not miss it. Even Tawaf al-Wada, I will miss it. But Tawaf al-Wada also the ulama, they differ into it. So you want to make sure that if we see somebody, the benefit of the knowledge, the more you know, less argument you're going to make. Right? But you don't know, you become a professional arguer. A professional arguer. And the Prophet ﷺ said, من ترك أنا ضامن الجنة من ترك المراء ولو كان محقا. He said, I will guarantee a person in a small house in Jannah if they stop the argument, even if they are right. So the more knowledge, the more jidal, the more less argument that you have in your life. But less knowledge, more argument. Because you may argue with somebody, you know all of it, and you come argue with them. If they know, keep quiet and let you go because you don't know. You don't know. So the reason why we have a lot of problems in America here. Many people, many imams, they used to learn one madhab and they want to be an imam. Just kidding, okay? Al-Muhim, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, another point. He said in the ayah, he said, وَمَنْ تَطَوَّعَ خَيْرًا فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ شَاكِرٌ عَلِيمٌ. And with that, he said, وَمَنْ تَطَوَّعَ خَيْرًا. Whoever volunteer to do good. Whoever وَمَنْ تَطَوَّعَ خَيْرًا. Alhamdulillah. Whoever volunteer to do it. وَمَنْ تَطَوَّعَ خَيْرًا. Whoever volunteer to do good. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ شَاكِرٌ عَلِيمٌ. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is appreciative and knowing. Subhanallah. If somebody just comes to tell you, Allah appreciates what I do. Who are you for Allah to appreciate what you do? Allah appreciates what we do, Allah. Inna Allah shakirun alim. Allah shakirun alim. So He actually removed the doubts completely and the feeling that they have completely. Not just that, but He gave them a bonus. That if you do it voluntarily, so this is where the difference happened. So the ulama, they put it together, they said, oh Allah, He put a shart here. He said, if you volunteer to do good, and the good, because talking about Safa and Marwa, is Safa and Marwa. So if He said, if you volunteer to do it, and Allah will appreciate it. So if you don't do it, you're still good. So you see, the Mahal Khilaf. So here, but then in Al-Arjah, and you come to inshallah, Al-Arjah. Because what is that's what is favored. What the Prophet ﷺ, you know, the Prophet ﷺ, he said, Allah has put sky upon you, a sa'i, then make it run between Safa and Marwa. And he did, خُذُوا عَنِّي مَنَاسِكَكُمْ, take your instruction of the Hajj from me. So, إِنَّ اللَّهَ شَاكِرٌ عَلِيمٌ. Whatever good you volunteer to do it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appreciates what you did. Allah appreciates you. And He knows exactly what you did, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then, volunteer to do good is very good. You know why it's good? Allah appreciates you, subhanahu wa ta'ala. And He knows exactly what you have done. Inshallah. Today we